Yo, what up? I'm gonna do this now. I said I was gonna, and then I forgot about it. Alright, we're going bottom up. Okay. Want me to just send a meme so you can pass multi? If you want to vote this last, you get a cookie. A picker that has to you do manually. Having a bunch of useless shit before the prompt, fool. Just get everyone ever on your side. They'll help you. Waiting for 1 hour to eat. You're starving, still cooking. Purplegaze, more like purple gay. Answer a simple question. Put 8,103,069 loops into it. I pick up the key and twist my foot home. Instead of opening a door, don't buy a door, ever. Make a Rube Goldberg machineception for the task. Repeat infinity times. It's procrastination. You wasted your time by not submitting a response. I don't want to read that one. Advertise with excessive synonyms and with caps lock on. Wait until the last minute to send in your response. Use the third class lever to hit anyone who hates. Whatever was in that Occo video with that physics stuff. If the fox was a rooster, you'd wake up easily. I really like to pour my milk before my cereal. Great, a new stereotypical contestant that isn't relevant here. Taking a shower, now go solve a labyrinth of puzzles. I'm not sure if I can reinvent the Rube Goldberg machine. Trying to turn on your computer with a turn off button. Kill yourself by choking on gummy bears. Feels sweet, man. Running on a treadmill, you're not going anywhere, absolutely useless. Don't shoot the school, put micro explosives in the water. Instead of doing homework, spend tons of time on Discord. Get milk from the Marianas Trench. It has many past cows. Darkness, really? I'll construct a Rube Goldberg machine to pour my milk. Washing the dishes but using a spray, not the sink. Overthink your response. Randomly creating 10-word sentences to eventually get a response. Instead of using a microwave for popcorn, use the stove. T-shirt cannon. It launches t-shirt cannons, simultaneously launching t-shirts. Write with a pencil? No way. Use a giant robot. Read a book with infinity pages. Wait, you cannot stop? If you got a MiniTWOW, calculate every single thing manually. Don't die yourself. Beg people to do it for you. Sharpen your pencil with not a sharpener. Use a spoon. Why live through your life when you can end it? Shooting a gun, but your bullets are with the enemy. Do it in Rube Goldberg form. They always take long. Instead of buying your groceries, have your groceries buy you. Make instant ramen using cold water and without stirring it. Create a robot to wash the dishes. I'm too busy. Answering questions, for some reason, using only 10 words. Don't put water on a disc. Blow on the disc. Drink through a straw, because who drinks through a cup? Instead of cooking a chicken in the oven, use fire. Extend one leg the other and plop on that chair. Don't wash your dishes, tell them to wash themselves instead. Eating things with chopsticks. Can't you simply use a fork? Run, get your fork barrel roll, and enjoy your meal. Using poems for writing is pointless when point isn't understood. Join every MiniTWOW and get first place to become famous. Cover your entire body with soft things just to sleep. Make my bed with my feet, basically toes or fingers. Why bother typing? You just use the totally accurate speech-to-text instead. Wear muddy shoes while trying to clean the entire carpet. A stabbing machine that runs on clocks. Unfortunately, it's dull. Read every message 10 times to get all the information. Don't use your hands. Beat off with a vacuum cleaner. Don't pour cereal. Wait for gravity to tip it over. Use a mechanical arm connected to your brain to scoop. Just wait an hour for every word in your response. Why use dishwashers? Use a well from outside and clean. Stare at your phone screen for hours until you sleep. No bookmark? Just squirt some ketchup. Now that's some originality. Girls sidewalk for 3 to 5 minutes. Filet based, finally salt it. Instead of flying across the ocean, row across it instead. Never wash your dishes again. Let your doggo lick them. Use alt to vote every combination possible. Purplegaze likes votes. What about Rube Goldberg machines? They're very efficient and useful. Making 12 responses, use my response creator. Finishes after deadlines. Screw that Netflix. Amazon Instant Video is way better. Blech. Answering prompts in exactly 10 words instead of answering normally. Try and make a fire with sticks to cook. Recommended. Procrastinate homework by thinking of a response for this game. Why shower? You can get cats to lick you clean. Write text in 15 separate languages. For a stretch, Braille. Try to put your pants on arms first. Hard, right? Want to get your car washed? Use your own spit. Press a keyboard button using a keyboard's keyboard button. Toast bread with a frying pan, the hot new trend. The alphabetical keyboard will greatly slow down anyone's typing speed. Submit a writing that lacks that fifth glyph, lipogrammatic procrastination. Play pass the parcel with your neighbors using your garbage. Keep asking for instructions in 12s. Now that's time consuming. With an amalgamation of precarious household items, illumination is easy. If walk is too easy for you, just amputate their legs. Use a plastic knife to cut through a wooden table. Don't use built bullet plates when you eat. Make your own. Don't do homework, just procrastinate, then realize it's due today. Build a catapult that flings fish food into the bowl, using sweat instead of tap water to wash the dishes. Count to 100 before breathing, or to 1,000,000 before blinking. Don't lick ice cream, wait until it melts, then drink. Lift chin to open airways and perform 30 chest compressions. Count to 10, but every time you reach 9, repeat. Announce prompts by making up a slideshow and background story. Trying to use plastic forks to turn a toaster dial. To cool off, use a straw instead of AC. Take a test using your feet instead of your hands. Who needs steroids when you can waste time lifting weights? Don't hold food, eat them with food magnet, it's easy. Eating pizzas using hands only is an abomination, use utensils. Creating a poorly made comic to simply announce a prompt. Use illegal substances in a useless quest to be happy. Toast bread by individually moving each atom into the toaster. One's existence is simple but takes a lifetime to complete. Draw many frame-by-frame pictures instead of animating using assets. Eating normally, I just eat one crumb at a time. Drawing circles. First draw a face, second erase everything irrelevant. Why drink milk from shops when you can milk cows? Instead of using a brush, just finger the canvas instead. You simply overthink and overdo, for example, consciously breathing manually. Don't use sinks, spit on your hands. Clean and moist. Create a hook made of paper clips to grab your pen. Cutting food with spoons instead of knives, that's pointlessly time consuming. Doing homework? Nah, spend 10 hours thinking of an excuse. Revolution tips. Dispense with guillotines. Decapitate monarchs with snails instead. Make a peanut butter sandwich with absolutely no modern conveniences. Use your cats as hairbrushes. Works only if they're angered. Want to take a cool picture? Try the Build-A-Phone store. Hammer? Just use your hand to hit the nail. Ouch. Create a Rube Goldberg machine to turn on another one. Effortlessly deform your food into particles before destroying them one by one. Who needs vacuums? We have our hands to pick at it. Instead of a fork, master using chopsticks to eat food. Hold some sails and let the wind walk for you. Eat by cutting open your stomach and shoving food inside. Groom pets by setting up weddings, making them look nice. Purchasing gifts too hard? Just buy everything. You can't lose. When sleeping, did you think about what you did years ago first? Invent Rube Goldberg machines to pump air into your lungs. Rate one word of your MiniTWOW response every day. Remove stress. Don't shower. Use a cup of water instead. Works perfectly. Don't use a book. Print it. Don't waste your money. The ultimate time waster, T progression, just for leveling up. Make a mechanical machine that washes one plate per use. Make a Tinker Toy invention for closing the room door. Send DMs to everyone in the server instead of at everyone. Move multiple muscles over a minute. Congrats, you just blinked. Sitting. Get giant protractors to sit perfectly in specific angles. Don't waste your time typing emails, just write letters instead. Peel stickers off of Rubik's Cubes instead of solving them. Instead of exercising, frantically run in sprinklers to look sweaty. Generate random text strings until you get good 12 responses. Who needs a car? Just use your handy dandy tricycle. Instead of using forks, use 4 bunched up knives to eat. Taking out the trash by walking to the dump yourself. Wrap gifts with normal paper. It's very expensive and unnecessary. Why use a standard Discord client? Just program your own. Placing bread in between 2 lit candles to toast it. Drown, but don't use water. Use a pool of oxygen. Learn Braille to read, knowing how to read words already. Mailing your response. Violet Stare, can I please have your address? Attempt to use tweezers to pick up your school backpack. Sketching. Pfft. Pencil out everything except the negative space instead. Psh, who needs showers when you could just use eyedroppers? Want cool emotes? Learn a new non-romance language. Oh, easy, just use JavaScript when programming. Now 200% more confusing. To get dressed, sew pieces of fabric directly onto yourself. Sick of always vacuuming? Just telekinetically use a black hole. Instead of buying pre-made food, how about making it yourself? Vaccinations. Ask a previously sick person to cough on you. Carve a wooden sculpture using only sandpaper. I dare you. Use drinking spoons, not straws. It's the thought that counts. Getting an exotic bird to send this response by a track phone. Instead of turning on the lights, use static electricity instead. Dishwashers are usually inventions. Our eyeballs were made for cleaning. Instead of DMing reminders to join, go to their house. Sponge scrub yourself clean instead of efficiently using a shower. Driving normal is boring. Going at 5 miles per hour is better. Instead of just leaving servers, delete account and remake it. I'm dehydrated. I'll cry so I can drink the cheers. Like cats, just lick your entire body instead of showering. Don't microwave food. Let global warming do it for you. Eat your food molecule by molecule. Makes sense, you definitely won't choke. Screw red pens. Stab yourself and use the blood instead. Don't think. Generate particles that process your grain more quickly. Strawkitab esnopser wout draw net. Elpmis sit der elpoip akem. Walking, try levitating upside down while facing the opposite direction. Cut your dinner into crumbs, then eat one every minute. Instead of using a vacuum, I'll clean using my hands. Don't book a flight to USA. Walk and swim there. A peanut butter jelly sandwich. Make the ingredients homemade. Asking someone out, stare for months until they ask you. Get yourself a computer by building it completely from scratch. Need YouTube videos released? Hire Cory to do the job. Instead of swimming, walk across the floor of the pool. Why dry yourself with a towel when the sun can? For announcement, ping one by one instead of doing at everyone. Don't unscrew the water bottle cap. Aggressively bite it off. Day 57. If only distances could be measured without rulers. Enduring all hate, stall to create for simple poetry, procrastinate. Rough winter incoming? Pack all your belongings and change hemispheres. Eating whilst announcing which bones are moving. Starvation is imminent. Eating mashed potatoes with only two thumbtacks for silverware. Who needs a blender when you have fists? Tie your shoelaces with butter-covered fingers. Hours of fun. Drive to a local supermarket, just making only left turns. Who needs steps? Climb staircase railings like monkey bars instead. Shaving is overrated. Try using these tweezers to do it. Literally make your bed, take apart and reconstruct it. Showering. Instead of using water, use spit. Not necessarily your spit. Forget mops. Clean up floor tiles with a cotton swab. Drive miles out to ponds for all your water needs. No need for photography when you can paint the moment. Weed pulling. Pull each leaf off carefully, then the stem. Repeat. While walking dogs, stop every second to check for droppings. Write quality essays by replacing every word with thesaurus suggestions. Exhaling is unnecessary. Get expensive surgery to remove carbon dioxide. Oh, hey, it's mine. Boil rice one grain at a time. Gotta ensure perfection. Call the EMT to perform CPR every time to breathe. Tired of blinking normally? Pull your eyelids down up by hand. I spent ages seasoning my food. It's very time consuming. Attach millions of balloons to your home. Screw plane travel. Be a civilized person and eat your pancakes with chopsticks. Don't just mow the grass. Surgically remove their roots instead. Using your mighty hands to gather leaves one by one. Instead of copy-pasting copy pastas, memorize and rewrite it perfectly. Why bother microwaving food? Just toss it in the dryer. Get a shave by plucking each individual beard hair with tweezers. Stage a communist revolution to avoid going to work tomorrow. Help! Fire! Professional eyedropper user. Stand back, I've got this. To type, throw darts at your keyboard 50 meters away. Using photocopiers, just copy those papers by hand, you wimp. Instead of handwriting all your term papers, simply foot write them. Sharpen pencils by scratching them with a fingernail. Takes hours. Don't travel by airplane. Cross-country running is for tamps. Build a sandcastle using only tweezers. Precision is important, guys. Announce the results in binary. Read each number separately, too. Don't just watch videos. Analyze each one frame by frame. Demolishing old buildings? Relax. Let natural decay do its thing. Ordering food from Amazon. Lunch becomes ready in 2 days. Who needs walking? Continental drift will carry you soon enough. Showers? Pathetic. Try meticulously placing every water droplet on yourself. Want to clean your face? Remember to reach every skin cell. Typing by manually entering the Unicode value for each letter. Done.